to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna put the fuel tank inside of this Maverick. I came up here last night and I actually painted the trunk, and I'll show you how that looked. But we're gonna get the fuel tank in, finish getting the fuel pump hoses ran, and get it wired up. So that's my goal for this video. So let's get to it. Okay, so getting ready to paint the trunk. I'm gonna prime it first, and I had a hard time finding the speckled paint that's supposed to go in here. Every place that I looked was out of stock, and it was back ordered to like December, so which is like 5 months away from now. So what I'm gonna do is just use regular Bedliner paint in here. So what I'm about to do now is just disconnect these cables, pull them through, and I'm gonna wrap this cable up, and I'm gonna prime it down first, and then I'll spray the stuff on top of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, and I'll come back once I'm ready to actually spray it. Alright, so my can of primer that I bought from O'Reilly's got a whole can and it won't spray. So I'm gonna see if I can take this back to get my money back. But fortunately, I had a can of black matte paint, or matte black, and I just sprayed a light coat of that over it. And this is just so that I don't have to go so heavy on the Bedliner. So as you see, I just got everything in here painted. So once this dry, I'm gonna go on top of it with the Bedliner paint, and hopefully that should make it look nice. Okay, so just finished spraying the second coat of Bedliner in here. Just making sure that it's all even. I'm sure it's gonna look a lot different when it dries, but so far it's better than it was. And over here, this is the liner that goes on top of the fuel tank. I got the new fuel tank in that box over here, so we're gonna put that in tomorrow morning. So I just came up to the shop this evening to go ahead and get a head start on getting this trunk painted so it can dry out and everything before I put the tank in. So I think that's about it. I'm gonna give this time to dry out tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be coming up here putting this fuel tank in and getting the fuel system all wrapped up. Trunk came out good. It's dry now. What I don't like about it though is some spots are shiny, as you see, like right here. I wanted a more flat, dull look, so I might go over it again at a later time just to try to get it a little more even. So, but other than that, I mean, it's better than it was before. So okay, so before I get ready to put this tank in, I want to make sure that I'm not going to have any kind of interference with the rear end. Look at the inside of the trunk. Everything is like rust free inside of the trunk. Same thing with underneath the car. It's not too bad up underneath the car. So my plan is to undercoat all of this once I get the rear end out. I bought some undercoating paint that I'll need to put on the bottom of the tank, but I tested it out and I put it over here, just a thin coat right there. So I think what I'm gonna do now is pull this filter off and get the tank in, and then I'll go ahead and redo all of this with the undercoating paint and just complete the tank with it. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this tank dropped in. Well, actually, I'm going to move the filter first, and then I'll get the tank dropped in. Okay, so I took the tank out the box. I'm going to go ahead and put the sending unit in it before I set it down in there. But as you see, it's a brand new tank. I do have a new seal coming for it, but the seal is not here yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the tank put in, and we'll worry about the seal part later. So alright, so just want to show the sending unit. It actually came with the seal for the tank also, so, and the tank came with one. So I at least have two of those. So I'm gonna go and look at the orientation of the other tank I think it was just put in this way with the fuel thing facing down and the sending unit plug up top. But let's go take a look and see. Yes, it's actually facing up. But yeah, it's facing up, but the sending unit plug is still on top. Okay, so the tank is in. I just got to put the screws around the perimeter. And then once I do that, I'll go up under the bottom and start on the fuse system, and I'll undercoat it. I'm still waiting on my seal, like I said before. Once I get the seal, then I can put this back in and bolt that up. So, alright, so let's go up under the car. This tank looks so good up under here and not being painted. So, I'm really thinking about not painting it. Just painting everything around it and leaving the tank. Okay, so tank is in and I sprayed the undercoating. So I decided not to undercoat the tank. So I just like the look of it better this way. Alright, so let's go ahead and start on the fuse system. Okay, so I got all my fuse fittings that I need right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the lines together right here. I'm not going to record it. But I'm pretty sure I have everything. But the way my luck is going with this car, there'll probably be one little $5 fitting that'll probably hold me up for a week. So, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I got the few hoses ran all the way up to the filter, and I got it going over here all the way over to the pump. And when I get to the pump has a different fitting. Just like I said, I know it's going to be something different. I need a 10 AN to an 8 AN to get that to work. Actually, I need a 10 AN meld. So I got my stuff ran back in the trunk. Battery box is mounted. Cables put back. And this is how the trunk looks. I have a bunch of fittings over here and none of them work. So I'm still short one fitting. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out and I'll tell you the issue that I'm having in the outro. Okay, so I didn't really like the angle of my intro, so that's why I changed this view a little bit. Also, when I was looking back at my other videos, there was a reflection that was on it, and it was due to the lights that's in the shop. So that's why I'm trying to change up my camera angle and where I'm doing my intros and outros from. But like I said in the beginning of this video, it's always going to be one fitting. I didn't know that there was the fuel pump fitting was 8 AN to a male 10 AN. It's the only fitting in the entire fuse system that's a 10 AN. So I didn't know that. I thought it was 8 AN. So I'm going to have to order a female 10 AN to a barb fitting, and that should be enough for my fuse system. So that should be good enough for that, and that would be wrapped up. And so my next video, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off and go ahead and get the power ran to the fuel pump, and we can probably test not test the fuel pump, but run some gas through it to clean out the lines and finish with the ignition and go from there. All right, thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.